Hey, what's good? It's Marshall Mathers the fourth here. I forgot to mention things in my previous video that I made and uploaded just yesterday. And the things that I forgot to mention in that video about the woman that I want and would love to have, I forgot to mention in that video other things that are definitely true about women, regardless of their race, who are sexy, hot, gorgeous, beautiful, cute, and adorable, and all that. Girls like that also really do love, and I guess girls in general, even if they're not at that level of attractiveness, I mean, I just feel like girls in general love a guy who can make them laugh. I mean, if you're a guy and you can make a girl laugh, then you're in a, like, you're definitely in a good position in place to and have a much better chance at getting with any woman of any kind, of any race, at any level of attractiveness. If you can make a woman laugh, then, I mean, women love guys who can make them laugh. Like, oh, I mean, I just know that for a fact. And one thing's also for sure is women love a guy who loves themselves. Like, if they get with a guy, even if he's not that handsome, good looking, or attractive, but if he loves himself, if he's content, and if he's grateful for what he has, if he's confident, if he has self-esteem, if he's outgoing, if he walks and talks with pride, then those are all really great traits for really any guy to have. But sadly, not all guys have those traits, and I definitely am certainly one of those many guys who do not have any of those traits. Like, I don't love myself. I have no reason to love myself at all whatsoever. At least that's just how I feel personally. I have nothing to be proud of myself about. Nothing at all. I haven't done or accomplished that much in my fucking life. And I'm definitely not confident. And I certainly don't have self-esteem, especially when it comes to talking to girls in public and in person who are really sexy, hot, gorgeous, beautiful, really adorable women. Like, I'm just unable to talk to women at that level. They just seem and feel way out of my league. And I just, for some reason, and it's probably mainly because I'm shy, I just can't conjure up the confidence and self-esteem and swagger or whatever to just, like, go up to those women and just be all smooth and chill and try to, I don't know, sweep them off their feet or something. Like, I'm just unable to do that. I can't. It's, like, impossible for me to do that. And I'm not that outgoing. I mean, I know on my videos on my YouTube channel I'm really outspoken and all, but in real life, in reality, when I go out in public, for example, I don't just randomly start talking to people. I'm not a people person at all. I'm not the kind and type of guy that fits in with other people of society. I don't belong with other people in society. I'm so very different, and I'm so very secluded, isolated, distant, and just all around separated from people of society. Even when it comes to guys, I'm not like most guys at all. I'm my own kind and type of person. I would say I'm even, when it comes to it, even a kind of weird kind of guy and just person in general. I guess I'm unique. I mean, some people would call me unique, I guess, but I would even consider and label myself as a weirdo, because I am. Because of the fact that I'm isolated, secluded, distant from people, that I keep to myself, that I'm not confident, I don't have self-esteem, I'm not outgoing or outspoken, I don't fit in, I don't belong, I'm not like most people, and I'm just very separated from them, just belief-wise and opinions-wise and whatnot. I'm just so different. I'm so divided from most people. And so for me to want a woman on that level that I also talked about in my previous video is just complete and total pure fantasy. If I think I'm ever going to get a woman on that level. And the truth of the matter of fact is I'm not. I'm just obviously not ever probably going to get a woman like that. And, you know, I know a lot of people will come on my channel and videos and whatnot and tell me how negative I am and how I have such a negative mindset and all. But I just want to tell you all something. I can't help it. I can't fucking help the way I am. Once you have lived through and experienced like what the fuck I have and what I've been through emotionally and mentally to the extent that I have, you will not understand why I feel this just lowly way I do all the time, pretty much most of my life. And it's not like I always feel like this. There are times every now and then that I actually am happy and that I do laugh and that I do crack jokes or something. But I do it with my family, the people who I don't really like that much and I'm not that fond of, but the people that still are the most closest to me and the only people that I really talk to on a deep and personal level is my family, because I don't have any friends, and friends are just shit anyways. Every friend that I pretty much ever had let me down. And, you know, I do live also by a quote. I lived my life by this quote by Eminem when he was young, that in the quote goes, people asking me to be positive. How the fuck am I supposed to be positive when I don't see shit positive? And you know, that definitely really hits me deep. It really hits me hard, and it really does appeal to me and connect with me. I relate and resonate to that quote so fucking much, because I honestly do feel the same way that he did back then when he made that quote on one of his rap songs off the Slim Shady LP, because I do the same exact shit. I look all around me, everywhere in this fucking world I look. I don't see shit positive. And even when I look at myself in my life, I don't fucking see shit positive there either. And definitely when it comes to myself, and when I think about my inward self and whatnot, there's definitely hardly anything positive there. And I'm just being totally straightforward and honest with all you people how I feel. And you know, when it comes to it, I really don't deserve a woman. I don't deserve to have a woman that is a whore or not. I'm not worthy enough to have a woman. I mean, what the fuck have I done to say that I have the right to have a woman, or that I deserve a woman? And same thing can be said for anything else that I want in life. Like, I could say all I want that I deserve a $10,000 gaming desktop, a $9,000 gaming laptop, a movie projection screen, a movie projector, and a whole bunch of other shit, video games, movies, and all that shit, and a house, a car, a driver's license. But all those things are privileges, and I really haven't done much in my life to really prove that, yeah, I definitely do deserve those things. I definitely am worthy enough to have those things, including a woman or a wife, and and having children. I haven't proven myself worthy, because I'm not. At the end of the day, I'm not worthy enough to have any of those fucking things. I deserve to suffer. I deserve hell. And when I say hell, I don't just mean hell as in suffering emotionally and mentally. I mean also hell as in literally hell. To go there when I die and be there for all eternity. Because when I think about it, if hell is real and heaven as well, I don't deserve to go to heaven. And I certainly am not worthy either. I don't think I'm a good person. I don't think I'm a righteous, holy, perfect person. And I definitely don't think, even in my old age and however long I will live on this world and in this life, that I'll ever be worthy enough to make it into heaven. To make it into everlasting paradise. To tell you all the truth. I don't. I don't think I deserve any of those things. I don't think I'm worthy of any of those things. I would like to think that I am, but I know deep down inside I'm not. I don't deserve shit. And, you know, I would love to have a woman who is loyal and faithful. I would love to have a woman who really does truly care about me on a very deep and personal level. I would love to have a woman who I never have to even worry about being unfaithful or unloyal to me. I'd love to have a woman who cooks and cleans, and like, if I'm sad, that she'll feel bad for me and that she'll try to comfort me and all. I mean, I know when it comes to most men, deep down inside, we all want, like, literally a fucking angel of a woman. We just want a woman that literally doesn't exist, especially not in this life anymore. We want a woman that's just pure fantasy. That, if anything, is only in the fucking movies and TV shows. But when it comes to real life, I don't know of any fucking woman who would really feel for me on a deep and personal level, and really care about me, and love me, and want what's best for me, and feel bad for me, and cook for me, and clean for me. Not that I wouldn't do the same for her. Of course I fucking would. I would do exactly the same for her, and probably more. And I would want also a woman who would never yell at me, or argue with me, or be upset with me and disappointed with me, and feel like I'm not doing enough for her. And again, I would not ever want a woman who's unloyal or unfaithful. I wouldn't want a woman who's a whore. And you know, knowing that I'm a guy who's shy, and I also don't have and never really did have any of those traits of confidence, self-esteem, outgoing, prideful, but the good kind of pride, of course, and just happy with myself and love myself and content with myself and grateful for what I already have, because I don't have those traits, any of those as a matter of fact. I don't know if I could get with any girl of any race. And especially when it comes to black women that I love the most, and I would love to marry a black woman. I would love to have that just awesome, amazing, all-around chance, experience, and privilege to marry a black woman. But at the same time, according to certain articles online and whatnot, black women are the least race of women to tolerate and put up with shy guys. And knowing that, I just can only think to myself, well, fuck it, there's not even a chance then of that happening. Not a chance. And you know what? I'm not mad about that. It doesn't honestly surprise me, because black people in general, both black men and black women, are a very strong race in just so many ways. And if you also think about it, black people have been through, I honestly want to say, the hardest shit. Like, even when it comes to history of black people, they have been through hell, literally, like physically, emotionally, mentally. They have just been through it all. They have been through so much shit. They have been through so much trials and tribulations. I mean, and that's one of the reasons that I honestly really do look up to black people as an entire race, and really do respect them. And I myself, in some ways, to a certain extent and degree, am influenced by them in some ways, and am inspired by them. And so, knowing how much they've been through, and they're still fighting, and they're still going strong, they're a powerful race. I mean, I honestly want to say, out of any other race, they have just been through the worst. But also, out of any other race, they are just, without a doubt, I don't care what anyone else says, they're the most powerful. I just have to say it, how I feel it. And they're a very strong race of people. So when I read articles that say that black women are the least race of women to tolerate and put up with shy guys, I'm not surprised, and I'm not mad. I think that would only make sense, knowing how strong and powerful black women are, and how outgoing they are, how outspoken, how dignified they are, and just how confident and how much self-esteem they have, especially when it comes to just, I don't know, like even black guys. They're very outspoken, they're very outgoing, they're very confident, they have just never-ending amounts of self-esteem. They're very strong, powerful, and when I say strong, powerful, I don't just mean physically, but even emotionally and mentally. I mean, when it comes to black people in Africa, they're suffering like crazy, and even when it comes to black people here in America, they're still suffering like crazy, like how so many of them are born in such terrible, horrible, awful areas and places, and even when they are, they try to make the best of something that's not good. Like, pretty much any black people in the hood try their best to make the best out of something that's not so great and that's not so good. And that's another reason that I admire them as a whole entire race of people. Because, I mean, like I said, they've suffered the most and been through the worst possible conditions, but I guess that's just the way I feel about their race. And because I've suffered though myself, and I do feel like I've suffered when it comes to a white guy in America, I've suffered, I would say, at least one of the most white people to suffer as much as I could, knowing the kind of type of area I was raised in, and the kind of family I was raised in. And I just feel like I still suffered, no doubt, and I feel like I've suffered at least as much as I could. As a white guy, born and raised in America, raised in the areas and places I was, and raised in the kind of type of family I was, I suffered the most that I could. And because I've suffered, I think that's one of the main reasons I feel so attached to black people. Even though I myself am not black, I feel much more attached to even just people who suffered in general. I feel more connected. I feel just more so that I appeal to those people, and vice versa, that they appeal to me, and that, like, I respect people who suffer more, and I love people who suffer more, and I care about people who suffer more than I care about people who suffer less or not at all. But that's just me. And I feel kind of like Johnny Cash in a way. Like, I saw this clip of this old guy saying that he always wore black because he appealed to the poor and the downtrodden. And that's how I feel about myself when it comes to it at the end of the day. That's exactly how I feel. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out.